BTS member Jin once again proved his undeniable global influence as he took home a major honor at the 2025 Asian Pop Music Awards, solidifying his position as one of the most impactful solo artists in the industry today. The prestigious event, held at the end of the year, recognized Jin with the Record of the Year award for his emotionally powerful solo track, Don't Say You Love Me. The win marked a defining moment in Jin's post-military career, showcasing his artistic growth and the deep emotional connection he has built with listeners worldwide. As soon as his name was announced, the venue erupted in applause, while fans across the globe celebrated the achievement through social media, pushing related hashtags to the top of worldwide trends within minutes. Don't Say You Love Me, praised for its heartfelt lyrics and restrained yet powerful vocal delivery, resonated strongly with both fans and critics. The song's theme of quiet heartbreak and emotional honesty stood out in a year filled with high-energy releases, proving that Jin's strength lies in sincerity and storytelling. Music critics highlighted the track's clean arrangement, emotional depth, and Jin's mature vocal tone as key reasons behind its success. During his acceptance speech, Jin expressed sincere gratitude to ARMY, his fellow BTS members, and the production team behind the song. He humbly stated that the award felt heavier than gold because it represented the love and trust of fans who supported him throughout his journey. His words were met with thunderous applause, further solidifying the emotional weight of the moment. Industry insiders also pointed out that Jin's win was especially meaningful as it came during a highly competitive year dominated by global releases. His victory demonstrated that authenticity and emotional storytelling remain powerful forces in the music world, even in an era driven by fast trends and viral hits. Following the award announcement, social media platforms were flooded with congratulatory messages from fans, fellow artists, and industry figures. Hashtags celebrating Jin's achievement trended globally within minutes, reflecting his massive influence and loyal fanbase. Many fans described the moment as long overdue and praised Jin for staying true to his musical identity. As 2025 draws to a close, Jin's success at the Asian Pop Music Awards stands as one of the year's most memorable highlights, with his solo career continuing to rise and anticipation growing for future projects. This achievement further cements Jin's legacy not only as a member of BTS, but as a respected solo artist shaping the future of global pop music. The impact of Jin's victory at the 2025 Asian Pop Music Awards extended far beyond the ceremony itself, quickly becoming a defining cultural moment for fans and industry observers alike. In the hours following the announcement, major music platforms reported a significant surge in streams for Don't Say You Love Me, with the track re-entering multiple global charts and trending across several regions in Asia, Europe, and South America. The renewed attention highlighted the song's lasting emotional resonance and Jin's ability to connect with listeners long after its initial release. Music critics also revisited the track's artistic depth, noting how Jin's restrained vocal delivery contrasted beautifully with the song's haunting melody. Many praised the way he conveyed vulnerability without excess, allowing the emotion to unfold naturally. Several publications described the song as a quiet masterpiece and a turning point in Jin's artistic identity, emphasizing how it marked his evolution from idol to fully realized solo musician. Behind the scenes, industry insiders revealed that the production team behind Don't Say You Love Me took a minimalist approach, intentionally allowing Jin's voice to remain the focal point. This creative decision, they noted, played a major role in why the song resonated so deeply with listeners across different age groups and cultures. The authenticity of the track stood in contrast to heavily produced mainstream releases, further elevating its critical acclaim. Fans, meanwhile, celebrated the achievement in their own unique ways. Across social media platforms, emotional messages, fan art, and video edits flooded timelines, many highlighting Jin's journey from BTS's eldest member to a respected solo artist. Some fans organized small offline gatherings and streaming events, while others shared personal stories about how the song helped them through difficult moments, reinforcing the deep bond between Jin and his global fanbase. As the year draws to a close, industry analysts suggest that this milestone could signal an even stronger chapter ahead for Jin. With renewed recognition, growing public admiration, and artistic confidence, expectations are rising for his future musical projects. Whether through new solo releases, collaborations, or live performances, Jin's presence in the global music landscape appears more solid than ever. Ultimately, Jin's win at the 2025 Asian Pop Music Awards is being remembered not just as another trophy, but as a defining moment that reaffirmed his artistry, sincerity, and lasting influence. It stands as a powerful reminder that genuine emotion and authenticity continue to resonate deeply in an ever-evolving music industry. As the conversation around Jin's achievement continued to grow, industry insiders began to frame his win as a symbolic moment not only for his solo career, but also for the evolving identity of K-pop on the global stage. Many commentators pointed out that Don't Say You Love Me stood out in a year dominated by fast-paced, performance-heavy tracks, proving that emotional restraint and lyrical sincerity could still command worldwide attention. For many, Jin's success represented a refreshing shift toward authenticity in mainstream pop music. Music critics from international outlets later emphasized how Jin's artistic choices reflected maturity and confidence. Rather than chasing trends, he leaned into storytelling and emotional nuance, allowing listeners to connect on a more personal level. This approach, they noted, has helped expand the perception of what a K-pop solo release can be, less about spectacle and more about emotional resonance. Several analysts even described his work as a bridge between traditional ballad sensibilities and modern pop aesthetics. Behind the scenes, sources close to the production revealed that Jin was deeply involved in shaping the emotional direction of the song. From lyrical adjustments to vocal tone decisions, he reportedly played an active role in ensuring the final version stayed true to the message he wanted to convey. This hands-on involvement further strengthened public admiration, as fans praised him not only as a performer, but also as a thoughtful artist with a clear creative vision. The impact of the award was also felt beyond the music industry. Cultural commentators noted that Jin's recognition reflected the growing respect for Korean artists on the global stage, especially those who pursue authenticity over trends. His achievement was frequently cited in discussions about the evolving standards of success in international pop music, where emotional connection and artistic integrity are increasingly valued. As the year closed, many fans described the moment as deeply symbolic, a celebration of patience, growth, and quiet strength. Jin's journey, marked by perseverance and sincerity, resonated strongly with audiences navigating their own personal challenges. For them, his victory was more than a trophy. It was a reminder that staying true to oneself can lead to meaningful and lasting impact. With anticipation already building for what lies ahead, Jin's latest milestone stands as a powerful closing chapter to 2025. It not only reaffirmed his place as one of the most respected solo artists of his generation, but also set the stage for an even brighter future, one shaped by authenticity, artistry, and unwavering connection with his fans. As discussions surrounding Jin's achievement continued into the final days of the year, many industry observers began to describe his win as a quiet turning point, not just for his own career, but for how solo artists from global groups are perceived after stepping into individual paths. Rather than relying on spectacle or heavy promotion, Jin's recognition came through consistency, sincerity, and emotional honesty, qualities that resonated deeply with both critics and listeners worldwide. What made this moment particularly meaningful was the timing. Coming near the end of 2025, the award felt like a reflective conclusion to a year marked by personal growth and artistic clarity. Fans noted how Jin's journey, from returning to the spotlight after completing his responsibilities to confidently establishing his solo identity, mirrored the emotional themes found within Don't Say You Love Me. The song's introspective tone seemed to mirror Jin's own evolution, making the recognition feel not only earned, but symbolic. Music industry professionals also pointed out that Jin's success challenged long-standing assumptions about what defines commercial appeal. In an era dominated by fast trends and viral hooks, his achievement demonstrated that sincerity, patience, and emotional depth still hold immense power. Several producers and critics highlighted how his performance re-centered attention on vocal storytelling, a skill often overshadowed in modern pop production. Meanwhile, fans around the world continued to celebrate in their own ways. Online communities organized tribute projects, shared personal stories connected to the song, and revisited Jin's earlier works to trace his artistic growth. Many expressed that his journey gave them comfort and reassurance, especially those who had followed him from the beginning of his career. The shared sentiment was clear. Jin's success felt personal, as if the victory belonged to everyone who had supported him along the way. As 2025 comes to a close, Jin's achievement at the Asian Pop Music Awards stands as one of the year's most meaningful musical moments. It represents more than a trophy. It symbolizes resilience, authenticity, and the power of staying true to one's voice. With anticipation already building for what lies ahead, fans and industry watchers alike agree that this chapter is not an ending, but the foundation for an even more impactful future in Jin's evolving artistic journey. As discussions surrounding Jin's achievement continued to ripple across global media, many observers began to frame this moment as a quiet but defining shift in how solo success within K-pop is measured. Rather than relying on massive promotional cycles or high-intensity performances, Jin's recognition came through emotional resonance and artistic restraint, qualities that have increasingly resonated with listeners seeking depth and authenticity in music. Industry insiders noted that Jin's journey has become a case study in artistic patience. While many artists feel pressure to constantly reinvent themselves or outdo themselves, Jin's approach was rooted in consistency and emotional truth. By staying grounded in his musical identity, he allowed his work to mature naturally, earning respect not only from fans, but also from critics and fellow musicians. His win at the Asian Pop Music Awards was widely interpreted as validation that sincerity can stand shoulder to shoulder with spectacle in the modern music landscape. The response from fellow artists further amplified the significance of the moment. Several musicians publicly congratulated Jin, praising his dedication, humility, and emotional transparency. Some described his achievement as inspiring, especially for artists navigating the balance between artistic expression and public expectation. Behind the scenes, industry professionals acknowledged that his success could influence future trends, encouraging more artists to embrace vulnerability rather than chase fleeting virality. For fans, the moment carried deep emotional weight. Many reflected on how Jin's music had accompanied them through difficult periods, offering comfort without grand gestures. Social media became a space for shared memories, with fans recounting when they first connected with his voice or how his lyrics helped them through personal challenges. In this sense, the award symbolized more than professional recognition. It became a collective celebration of healing, growth, and shared experience. As 2025 comes to a close, Jin's achievement at the Asian Pop Music Awards stands as one of the year's most meaningful musical moments. It represents more than a trophy. It symbolizes resilience, authenticity, and the power of staying true to one's voice. With anticipation already building for what lies ahead, fans and industry watchers alike agree that this chapter is not an ending, but the foundation for an even more impactful future in Jin's evolving artistic journey.